Yo, what is up, guys? Just kidding, this is not turned on, but we just got this DJI mini mic for recording ads. I will say DJI is a high quality brand. I really do like their craftsmanship. It's high quality technology. It kind of gives me like Chinese Apple vibes. It's nice. But this one doesn't work for my phone. It's a USB-C, so I just ordered an adapter so I can just plug this into my phone and then use this to record with. I do have those high quality standing mics, I just don't like to keep them in my desk space because it takes up a lot of mental space. Maybe not, but I only have one little desk in here. I don't need a huge arm for recording videos, especially the videos I'm recording right now. They're basically MVPs, minimum viable products. I'm not even really creating those videos, which are videos on Make It Stick, videos on linear algebra, videos on make.com, videos on Google Ads. These are not videos that I'm making for necessarily entertainment or production value. They are a different style of YouTube video that serve a lot of different purposes. One of them being the actual learning itself. I've developed this technique or strategy around learning in which the creation of the video is part of it. It gives me a reason to talk out loud, to explain things, to elaborate, to recall from memory with words and externalize it, which I believe could actually supercharge potentially learning, because you'd think, how many people actually do that regularly with their material? Not many, so that there is a potential there that if these are really effective techniques, and according to what I'm reading from Make It Stick, what I believe is probably the top learning science book available right now, debatably, what I'm learning from that book, I'm implementing. And what that book is teaching me is that this style of talking, creating, elaborating, generating from memory has got to be one of the most effective learning techniques according to learning science. And so that's what I've been doing recently with my YouTube channel, is building those videos, those series. Make It Stick's now on episode 64. So that's pretty crazy. 64 episodes. That's every day for over 2 months, using effective learning techniques on debatably the most valuable learning science book there is. That's meta learning. That is learning how to learn and applying it to learning how to learn better. So that's pretty cool. I like meta things. Learning how to learn is cool. Thinking about how to think, I think that's cool. Meta thinking, metacognition. Investing in investment and learning to invest. Meta investing. Investing in investments. Investing in becoming better at investing. Yeah, I like the meta stuff. Anyway, been doing a lot recently. This is my 400th episode. Okay? A lot of videos have now been posted. And I still have very small amounts of views and subscribers in comparison to my video totals, my total output, my total uploads. But again, that's because I'm doing YouTube a little differently. These videos I'm making recently, they're more about me learning than actually producing entertaining, attention-grabbing videos. So the first benefit is the learning. That's the whole reason I do them. Why do I upload them then? Well, I upload them because it's almost like proof of work. It's like a portfolio. It's a living, growing portfolio of what I'm doing. I'm showing how I'm learning. What is my learning technique? Well, you can watch and you can see, and quickly you can start to grasp the principles uh, in ways that I approach learning, and you can watch my mind develop in real time. You can go back 2 months ago and see how I was thinking, and now you can watch now and see how I'm thinking differently. Hopefully, I've become a little bit better at articulating ideas. That's a big thing I hope to be grasping with all this talking and elaboration and creation and storytelling. Not necessarily so much storytelling, but pulling all this stuff from memory, new concepts, new patterns, new ideas, new vocabulary. And hopefully that's going to be a growth accelerator or vehicle or vector for becoming better at articulating myself and communicating. I think communication is extremely valuable and always has been and is right now, especially when we can communicate one to many. You can speak in front of thousands of people on every YouTube video. So, learning, portfolio, proof of work, evolution of the mind. I'm showing my mind evolve in real time and living by example rather than just telling what I do. I'll just show what I do. That's 3 reasons or benefits, motivations for creating the YouTube videos. The 4th is just getting better at creating more videos, being better at video editing, just the process of uploading, the whole process of how do I get an idea, turn it into a video, and then get it published publicly. That's something I've gotten a lot better with now. I take it for granted, but I know how to just print new videos. They're not super high quality, I understand that, but give me a nicer camera, a couple $1,000. Give me an hour to make a script, brainstorm some ideas. Give me an hour, a couple hours to edit the video, and there you go. That's a high quality YouTube video. And now I have all the skills to do that. I'm just choosing not to right now because learning is a bigger priority for me. There's a lot of low-hanging fruit from foundational courses and subjects that I would like to download into my brain before I start to focus on, just doing things like this. Or not this exactly, but what I was referring to, meaning focusing more on just producing. I still want to keep absorbing more. And I've been learning more and more about learning from doing. And you do learn a lot from doing, especially with new stuff, new challenges. I've been currently working on a massive marketing campaign for my dad's chiropractic decompression and soft wave business, kind of alternative healthcare practice, testing out 25 different essentially offers. They're kind of the same offer. They are chiropractic, spinal decompression, and soft wave or shockwave therapies bundled up into one. We're working on potentially adding supplements. We've got acupuncture, attraction as well, potentially other things as well. But bundling all these therapies together and then packaging them in a certain way. Are we treating a herniated disc or a bulging disc or spinal stenosis or fibromyalgia or neuropathy or back pain or upper back pain or lower back pain or neck pain? Are we creating a package around avoiding neck surgery or avoiding back surgery or spinal decompression alone or non-surgical spinal decompression or sleep troubles due to chronic pain? What about burning leg pain? How about sciatica? All these different symptoms, conditions, and angles. We're testing out 25 of them right now. It might end up being around 27, but I'm creating 25 different ads simultaneously, each with 3 different placements. So 75 shipped ads. I'm producing fully by myself, except for when I was filming my dad read the script that I wrote. From concept to script to filming to full editing and media buying and uploading media buying. So full scale. It's cool how much I'm learning. My skills at video editing in Premiere Pro have just gotten, incrementally better every session of this new campaign, because I've had to be less perfectionistic and I've had to just ship. I cannot spend 1,000 hours on this. That's not worth it. What the goal of this campaign is to test which angle, pain point, symptom, condition works best. Then we'll take that, or maybe the top 3, and then we'll craft 25 hooks, basically 25 different ads, to find what ad format is best for the best conditions, best symptoms, best offers. Right now we're talking about, wow, we are going to be sitting on some great ads through massive experiments. But yeah, just getting better at shorthand or shortcuts with the keyboard, just how to make things more efficient, because I've been forced to get more efficient with my edits. Also got this Envato subscription, which is like a subscription that I can get millions of different stock photos and videos all for one subscription. It's amazing. All the other places I think are extremely overpriced. I never got into stock footage and films because of that, but yeah, we're upgrading our gear. We got this DJI mic mini for recording better ads. We had a cheap little $5 Amazon mic, and it was like, what do you call it? Bursting, crackling occasionally. Just not worth it, not professional. We upgraded that. We also got a teleprompter now. So hopefully, I have not tested out yet, but we can put the iPhone behind the teleprompter and you can just read the script from the teleprompter and you'll be looking at the camera lens. So that's going to be, we'll be able to make so many more ads like that. Because that's been the big bottleneck, is recording and having to memorize these scripts, and all that comes with that. So getting much better at advertising. I got certified as a Google search campaign specialist. Continue to optimize the Google campaign, learn more, working soon on tagging and getting better at the Google Tag Manager and how to track all this stuff. Yeah, and eventually offline sales, optimizing for these offline sales. These platforms, Facebook or Meta, and Google, are so powerful with what they can do in 2025 with businesses. Amazing. It's incredible how powerful they are. But yeah, so unintentionally I've been getting pretty decent video editing skills. I mean, I made hundreds of YouTube videos. This is the 400th. They're not highly edited, but you just get more experience as you do these things. I think having a reflective video more often like this will be great. I've been saying, these are more watchable potentially than the series videos I've been making, but I've got my reasons for making the series videos I've gone over. So we're 10 hours into that Premiere Pro 75 video ad video campaign, 10 hours over it. We're about 10 hours and 15 minutes. I've been tracking precisely focused effort time. So that's pretty cool. Make it stick. We're about 64 days in at 25 minutes a day. It's almost 30 hours. Linear algebra, 40 days, almost 20 hours. Pretty cool what you can stack up over the long haul. Also, I've been getting back in investing. I've been kicking myself. It's been getting very excruciating that I had like $60,000 4 years ago invested in liquid assets like S&P 500 and stocks, because that would now be probably $100,000, which isn't a ton, but that would be spitting out $10,000 a year now. in like passive income essentially, or growth. You just take the market average, and that's assuming I didn't invest anything. If I would have continued to invest, it'd probably be worth 150 or 200,000 now. So that would be great to have, amazing, because then the compounding actually starts to work. So it's been killing me. It's been killing me inside. I've been dying inside, knowing, thinking about that, and now I'm like broke. So it fuels a fire, but I want to get back up there. I want to surpass where I was, where I would be, because I took all that money and I thought I put them in great investments, but they're abstract. I put them into books. I put them into healthy food, into experiences and traveling and moving, and these things that I thought would get a higher return than 10% a year. And I still believe they should. There's been a few investments in myself that should be insanely high ROI, including that make it stick. All the time I put it into learning science, learning how to learn, that's got to be a million X return. How could you invest in anything better at a young age than figuring out how to learn and learn better and learn faster? You can do anything with that. You can learn how to make businesses better. You can learn how to make products. You can learn how to market. You can learn how to sell. You can learn how to do anything because you know how to learn. So, yeah. The sun's setting earlier and earlier now. It used to be setting about an hour later than it is now at the peak a couple months ago, or maybe a month ago. Summer's winding down. School is starting soon. I'm thinking about taking one class to continue school, but that's it. That's because honestly, like, maybe my parents will continue to pay for my food and my rent if I continue in school, even if it's just a little bit. Because the business is not generating that much money, and I would love to be able to take that money and reinvest it back in the business and reinvest into investments, personal investments, rather than have to pay for food and rent. But at some point the time's gonna come. I mean, I'm almost 23. Been blessed to have supportive parents. I mean, I did live off my own money for a couple years, and that's why I have none left. I guess I burned through it ended about a year and a half ago, and that's when I went back to school. My parents started covering my living expenses because I was a student. But I did do school pretty intensely. I did do it. I mean, I took 13 and a half credits my first semester. Okay, community college, not super intense, but I worked my ass off. Moved to a university the next semester, took 15 credits. STEM, heavy. Intro Neuro 1, Intro Bio 1, or Gen Bio 1, Gen Chem 1, Data Literacy, an Intro Stats class. And the last semester, Gen Physics 1, basically Gen Neuro 2, Pre-Calculus, Algebra, Intro Business, Intro Computer Science, and the labs for physics and computer science. That was 18 credits. So it's been fun uploading 4 videos a day, I will say, because I get to keep looking back and be like, whoa, how many uploads are we at? I mean, I was at my 200th video. It doesn't feel like that long ago, maybe a month or two ago. So it's fun to see me go and just pass all these people in total uploads. It's my game right now, is just to pass them in all. These big YouTubers, pass them at least in uploads. One number is bigger. But yeah. Other than that, I've been playing a little bit of guitar, but not really on a schedule. Just picking up when I'm a little tired. Play some Hotel California. I've learned that solo in the past week-ish, pretty solidly. Been listening to Lex Friedman more. I really like his podcast and the people he has on. Just kind of got bored of Joe Rogan. Not that there's anything boring about it. It's just I like when Joe Rogan has mathematicians on, physicists, scientists, tech people, even some artists. But I'm just not that entertained by a lot of the people that come on. I don't want to listen to like comedians and stuff. So Lex Friedman is just better because almost everyone is like, oh, I like that. It's mostly math and tech that I like. physics, but mostly math and tech, statistics, data science, kind of falls into tech, AI. Yeah. So I'm reading Lord of the Rings. I read The Hobbit a couple months ago. Working my way through the first book of Lord of the Rings. I think it's called The Fellowship of the Ring. Right now, they're about to enter Rivendell, or trying to, and they just met with like this elf on the road. It's like, his name Ryder. Ryder and the four hobbits. Not Bilbo, Frodo's been like hit with like a something on his shoulder, like a evil weapon from one of the Black Riders, right? It's the guy named Strider. Strider? He strides around? Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, it's a great story. I mean, it's so vivid and it's so detailed. It's like a real account of a story. Like Tolkien was, yeah, he spent a lot of time and he was a great writer. So it's pretty cool to read this like 100 years later. Not quite, but this book's old. Yeah, I haven't journaled in a while. I haven't meditated in a while. Just been working a lot. I think I used to think like I needed to meditate, I needed to journal to be successful, but then I realized like, yeah, the work actually matters more than who would have thought. That's beneficial, but you only get so much time in the day and so much energy. And I've just been using that on learning math, learning business, computer science, and running the SMA, building out ads. We just got our actual next client, so we're gonna have 2 clients here. That's pretty fun. But yeah, I think I've rambled enough. This is gonna be kind of late for me. I think at some point I'd like to record more often at night, just after the sun sets, when I'm chilling out for the rest of the day. Reflective video on maybe what I did, what I'm thinking. Yeah, I think candles in here would be great because it's, I just went for the sunset walk. It's supposed to be kind of winding down. It's a little bright. I'd love to have dark candlelight. That'd be great, but maybe not practical, at least for now. Anyway, that's it for today. I'm going to be turning 23 here this month, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Let's just call it that. All right, anyway, peace out.